So tell us a little bit about your victim. I know you're looking at their life and, what kind of relationship they have. Tell me about that.
One of Jasmine's friends had spoken to the detective because she was concerned about Jasmine. And so the detective gave me a name, and I went right over to her house. He said, "What can you tell me?"
The new Paramount Plus series, PD True, takes us inside some of the country's biggest cases as told by the police officers who worked them. The third episode, out now, looks at the ruthless murder of swimsuit model Jasmine Fiore 15 years ago. And former LAPD Chief Charlie Beck is featured in the show. He joins us now live in studio. Thanks so much for being here. It's really good to see you.
Well, thank you. It's my pleasure to be here. Beautiful day today.
Yeah, gorgeous day. Yesterday was the 15th anniversary of Jasmine's death.
It was.
Tell us about that day that you found out she was murdered.
So in Buena Park, which is, a small city outside of LA, Buena Park detectives got a call about a suitcase in a dumpster that contained what they thought was a young child. They responded, opened the suitcase, found it not to be a child, found it to be a small female adult. Turns out Jasmine Fiore, 28 years of age. But she was so mutilated that there was no possibility to ID her. Because of the early time of morning, I will not talk about the mutilation, but suffice it to say that it was impossible to identify her. And at the time, her DNA did not reveal a hit. So she was unidentified. She was a Jane Doe, very difficult. So eventually, after autopsy, her identity was discovered because of implants. Implants have serial numbers, and they were able to backtrack that to the doctor that did the operation and discover her identity. Turns out she was a resident of Los Angeles. That's when I became aware of it, that had been reported missing by her husband, who became the suspect. So this case is, I won't preempt the watching of the show, but it spans, the murder occurred in San Diego. The body was dumped in Buena Park. The suspect, her husband, Jenkins, was a Canadian national. He fled to Canada. The detectives, who you saw in that little clip previous to this, did a tremendous job, Buena Park detectives. They literally chased him from San Diego to Canada and made an arrest, or not made an arrest, but the case ended in him committing suicide in a motel. Horrific story that I think really shows the vulnerability of folks and the need to have strong laws about spousal abuse to get ahead of these things, because he had been involved in prior spousal abuse with his wife Jasmine. But the whole point of PD True is it is the people that know the most about the case, the intimate details, and have this huge emotional investment in it. Those two detectives, they didn't. This is not their job. They live this. They live
it really is a lifestyle for them.
They live it to this day. They know the family. Homicide detectives are some of the most incredible people I've ever met, because they truly speak for people that cannot speak for themselves. And without them, there had been no justice for Jasmine. Her husband would have fled, and came from a wealthy family in Calgary. He would have never been captured.
So how did you get involved with PD True? And tell us a little bit about what you've been up to lately, because
thank you.
It's been a long time since I was chasing you through City Hall, I think.
That's right. That's right. So I should have slowed down a little bit. So I have 3 grandchildren that live with me, 3 grandsons. I'm very involved in their lives. I do a little work in Chicago still, where I went to for my part-time job as superintendent there after I retired. So I still work for the University of Chicago. And I met the folks that had produced PD True through that. And I was really taken by the format. And the format is very much like what you and I are doing.
Yes, sitting around kind of talking.
Like you and your co-hosts sitting around talking after work about the day. And that's what this is. This is me talking to people that have similar backgrounds with me and know their craft or their profession very well, like I do, and talking about the case. And I think what I like about it is that people can see how much compassion, you know, and how tough the job of being a cop can be. And
It's
the
very
quality of the
interesting
people.
to get behind the scenes too and see how you all operate and how the investigators
yeah.
work and what goes into these investigations.
And what they think about and what they're, you know, how the process works, you know, because this process in this particular case, and there's some great cases besides this one that are highlighted in PD True. You know, the Pulse nightclub, described by the people that responded. You know, by the SWAT commander that responded and engaged with the horrific killer in that instance. You know, and this is the only chance the public will ever get to see and talk through a surrogate, through me or through Ken Quarry or through one of the other hosts, to these folks, and to see how these big cases impact them for the rest of their lives, being involved in these cases, you know, because they, you know, you take on the persona of the victim and victims in the Pulse case and try to, you know, bring them justice.
Yeah, well, we really look forward to seeing it, and congratulations on the show, and it's really nice to see you.
It's great to see you guys. And for everybody that's watching, the beautiful studios here. You guys are doing a good job at viewing.
You've come a long way, right?
You've come a long way.
Thank you, Chief Beck. And you can watch all 10 episodes of PD True streaming now on Paramount+.
I can't wait to watch. Fascinating.